to give us her thinking of what corporate responsibility would be. Juliet, your ball.
Thank you, DTM Dan. I would like to call on my panelists for tonight's show. TM Jeff Robles, TM Rose Paglia, and TM Armel Gutierrez. So I will be moderating a panel discussion, which is a level 5.2 elective under strategic relation. So everyone, if we have time, you can also participate and give us your opinion, but the four of us will play the role for the entirety of the discussion. So good evening once again, and welcome to our show for this week. And our discussion for tonight will evolve with the most popular social media being used by almost all ages, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world where internet exists. We know that during the birth of social media, it has played significant changes in our daily lives. Tonight, we are going to focus with one of the most popular, as mentioned, and this is Facebook. So before we proceed, just a review. Facebook is a social networking site. It was originally designed for college students. Facebook was created in February 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg, who doesn't know him, along with other Harvard students, contributing from the business aspects, graphics, and programming. Its name during that time was the Facebook, which was intended as a student directory with photos and basic information and could connect people around the university. But later on, they dropped the article from the Facebook, and it's now being called Facebook. From the year 2004 and 2006, from the initial limited members only from Harvard University, the membership was gradually expanded all over the universities in the US and Canada. In September of 2006, Facebook was open to everyone from age 13 and older with a valid email addresses. And as of May 2024, its active user is around 2.9 billion all over the world. So much with the introductions, and let's proceed with the main topics and questions about our subject. And I want to hear your voice and opinion about it. So first, we all know that everybody loves Facebook. Everybody likes Facebook. So Toastmaster Rose, what can you say about it? Why do you like Facebook?
Let me just tell you the first time I logged into Facebook. It was only because my friend pushed me to create an account there. I was using an older social network app, which is Friendster.
Yes.
So yes, some of you know Friendster. So I was on Friendster and I didn't really want to create another account, but she forced me because she was there and she said that we can chat there because she's already living in the States. So that was one of the reasons why I joined Facebook, was to communicate with, I was bullied so that I could chat with my friend in the States.
Right. So Facebook gives us the opportunity to connect with our long lost friends, as in the case of TM Rose. How about you, TM Jeff?
So, good evening. So, Facebook has a big part, or why we do I like Facebook is I can share my experiences in social media. So, sharing is a big part of why we love Facebook. It allows us to share significant life events with our network. Think about birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, reunions, and even recognition days. These posts let our friends celebrate with us, even our loved ones are away and they cannot be here in person. So it's not just happy moments, but we can also share the top moments through Facebook, like accidents, news. It's a way of seeking support or attention to our friends in Facebook.
Thank you, TM Jeff. But do you agree that you were able also to connect with your current friends or friends from high school, college, friends from elementary? You were able to do that as well, right? Well, even those enemies, previous enemies, you were able to get in touch with them, right? So it's not just connecting, but we are also Facebook. We use that also to share what is happening with our daily lives, like in terms of if there's an occasion, what are those occasions? Birthdays, anniversaries, reunions, recognition day, outings and bondings, and simple get together, right? So Facebook is the venue where we share that to our friends so that they know what's happening with us. Okay, so do you agree also, TM Armel, with what TM Jeff is saying and what TM Rose is saying about Facebook? How about you? I want to ask, why do you like Facebook? Just tell your experience. I know that you post a lot. Don't go with the script. Just be spontaneous.
I totally agree with Toastmaster Jeff and Rose. Facebook talks about connection and the different celebrations we have in our lives. And to me, from Friendster to Facebook, I love Facebook because I get to have the chance to have my memories because of the photos that we have. Before, earlier in my life, you only have the Kodak, wherein you only have 12 to 24 shots. But because of Facebook, those pictures, those wonderful memories were kept on that album. That's why I love Facebook, because to me, it creates memories of my loved ones. And also much more on the connections, because I have also friends after college. I don't know where they are. And because of Facebook, I got connected with them. And now later on, because I use it also in my work. That's why I am active in my Facebook. But I always have that feeling of be careful with what I post because of the bashers sometimes. How can I have that good grammar? According to Jeff, just use AI. Joke. It's only a joke. Yeah, I love Facebook because it creates memories. I have that album where lots of happenings in my life what is posted.
So correct. It's not only making memories, no, but for career woman like TM Armel, you also have the opportunity to advertise yourself, to advertise your job. So that's what Facebook is doing for you. And also, I agree, yes, we are almost at the same age. The Kodak or the camera before, we have to wait for it to be developed before we can see the result. But right now, we are like taking it on the cell phone, from the cell phone, and posting it, sharing it, and everybody can see. So it's not just for connecting, sharing, and also for advertising ourselves. How about for information? Will you be agreeing to me that Facebook also gives us informations on current events and happenings? Do you use Facebook like for securing or getting information? PM Rose?
Yes, yes, Toastmaster Juliet. I use Facebook and X or Twitter for getting information, current events information, especially hashtag walang pasok for my kid. Yes, that's, and I also have it, I used to have a transistor or a radio in the kitchen. I'm speaking in tongues here. So I play that every morning when I prepare my kids' breakfast. But that is now old and destroyed. So what I use is my phone. I go to DZWB, Radyo na TV pa, Facebook pa. And that's what I use to broadcast the radio show so that I would be updated with the current events.
So
It is very handy.
yes, you use it for current event and current happenings, right?
Yes.
But how about for following up your favorite actors and favorite um celebrities? Do you use Facebook as well, or you're not very active with that?
For me, I follow my, yes, I'm a fan of few of some celebrities and I follow them, but not all of them are on Facebook. I follow them on like Instagram and some on YouTube. Not so much on Facebook for my celebrity. Yes. My celebrity
How about TM Jeff?
icons.
I'm
Yeah.
curious. I'm curious about what you're going to say about the information you're getting at Facebook.
Yeah. What I love in Facebook is the marketplace feature. So if I would like to share it, I have this situation that I have to sell a car, an old car. So I have looked on the marketplace in Facebook to compare the prices of what should be the appraisal of this of my old car. So I look into it and I love it in how the Facebook transformed how we buy and sell things. It's a convenient way to find great deals and sell items locally, especially in your community. Like you can specify this radius, like 3 kilometers from Bulacan. You can see all people selling this same item or this car with this price, same specs, color, body, just input the specifications of what you are looking for and you can see it on the marketplace. It's a valuable resource. Facebook is a valuable resource for many users, especially if you have comparing an item from Shopee, Lazada, you can also compare it to our Facebook marketplace.
Correct. I myself, you know what? I use that as well. I was able to find, because I've been wanting to get a farm lot, and it is where a marketplace, I found one. I recently just had one, and it was very cheap, a farm lot, and I was able to compare it amongst those lots for sale in Facebook, marketplace particularly. So indeed, I use that as well, the same as you. And I'm sure everyone here are doing the same, is doing the same. Now, this is very exciting. I'm going to put the question back to Jeff, since among us, he's the youngest. Did you ever use Facebook for stalking someone?
Uh-huh. Well, TM Juliet, it's human nature to be curious. So my idol Beanie. So I looked into their Facebook accounts, their Instagram accounts. So I find myself looking up to my idols. So that I am curious about. But some of us will also use Facebook to stalk on their crushes, their
Yes.
their acquaintances, their childhood friends, or their enemies. You can stalk about them and look for some anything that you can talk about them. But this stalking can sometimes satisfy our curiosity. So Facebook is so much valuable to us that it satisfies our curiosity.
You're correct. I was referring to stalking your crushes or your previous enemies, person whom you have grudges before. And person whom you are jealous before. TM Rose, did you use Facebook as well for stalking someone? The one you had a rivalry before with your off the record, yes, the one you had a rivalry before with your husband now, current husband.
I just want to say, share a story. My cousin, she doesn't have a Facebook account, but she uses her daughter's account to stalk some of her high school friends. So that's just what I want to share. No, I haven't been. I don't. Toastmaster Juliet, we are at an age where we don't give there anymore. It's a waste of our energy. So back to you, Toastmaster Juliet.
So there's not much from Rose for that topic. That's why I addressed the topic to Jeff because he's the youngest amongst us. But how about you, TM Armel? Did you ever use it for stalking someone? Well, not
Yes.
that I can see it in your personality, but we might have something from you.
Yes, I used to stalk my crush in high school just to check on what he's doing, on what his life is all about,
And what is he now? What has
what
he
is he
become?
now, who is his wife and family, like that. So yeah, I stalked him before. And then now, because her wife is also an advisor, that's why we became friends again. We became friends. And aside from that, I also stalk my children, my daughter. But then now they are not active in Facebook anymore because they have that Instagram account, I think. And I do not have Instagram account, so I could not stalk them anymore. And besides, what's the use of stalking them when I can actually see them personally? So yes, like them, like Jeff and Rose, I also use Facebook, and I was before a stalker. And not only that, I used to stalk my idol on what are they doing, what are their likes and dislikes. In that sense, somehow not impersonate, or I just do what they do. For example, they exercise in the morning. That's their secret on how to do things. That's, I think, a good sign of a good stalking. Yes, like them, I do stalk some of people I know
See?
on Facebook.
Yes. Correct. So from those topics alone, we are getting a lot from Facebook. We are learning a lot from Facebook. Now, moving forward, let's set aside the stalking issue. Now, let's go to the browsing of newsfeed and browsing the screen. When you see something in your screen or in your newsfeed, what do you usually feel? Like if you see a friend went to like overseas, do you feel jealous? Do you feel happy? Do you feel angry? What do you feel if you see something that is off, or if you see something that's good? What do you feel? Anyone? Or shall I call someone? Maybe TM Jeff?
well, the emotions I feel when I scroll through my Facebook or through my newsfeed is uh, it varies. So it depends. So my the most content I watch is memes or funny videos. So I usually feel happiness. But whenever news of global events sudden pops up to my newsfeed, I feel somewhat anger about whenever I hear about the West Philippine Sea, and somewhat fear if I hear news about um war or the lately it's the attempt assassination of President Donald Trump. Although he's in US, it's very it makes you pity him, or because, well, it's politics, but you have to be fair. So it's like you're being pity to former president that is being assassinated like that. So you're a bit surprised on that unexpected news. So sometimes I'm even anxious about the global events, but I'm also happy when I see my friends that are successful or being married or having their dreams come true. Thank you.
Yes, correct. I have something from the audience. Inflation. Well, yes, inflation. We at the corporate world are the ones who feel bad every time we heard of inflation because it affects everything. And yes, it makes me feel angry, but come to think of it, it will just give me stress. So just don't worry about it. Okay, how about you, TMML? Do you
So
feel
back
love? Do you feel love when you see something on your screen, like from your not from your immediate family, but from a story in the news feed?
So every day gives me different emotions. Sometimes I'm happy, I'm sad, it depends. If, for example, I am into a happy moments and then I can see that, wow, their success, I can somehow, I felt also their happiness because they travel a lot, they were so successful. And then sometimes I realize that I hope I can also do the same. It's not being inget or what, it's just a challenge on how do they do things, on how did they do that? I'm so into curiosity on how they were how successful they are. And I also wanted to become like that someday. To
So
me,
yes, it's
there are,
someone become an inspiration for you.
yes, like you are an inspiration to me and to all of us. You are so humble and yet you are so successful in your own way. Also, those PID Christine, she's so humble and yet she's also successful. You
Thank
know
you.
what? Yeah, it gave me a realization that always to be kind and humble because of you, my friends. They are doing good in their own way and yet they remain kind and humble. And I like also to adapt that kind of value.
Well said. Now let's go with accepting friends. What are our criterias in accepting friends? Do you just accept whoever comes to you or send a request to you, even if, acquaintance, or do you have a criteria in accepting or sending your friend requests? Start with Jeff because he's smiling.
Okay. Everyone has their own criteria, but I would like to share mine. So my main criteria is you are I have met you personally. So you are my friend, you're a relative. So I know you well. So sometimes there are office mates, club mates, and for organization in like PSME, in Toastmasters. So I added them. But sometimes if I want to add someone that is not under this criteria, I still add them because I like to, because I idolize them, or I want to be be close to them, so I would like to add them. So it's like stalking or following them. So I have to add them so I have an access to their news feed also, on their uh feed.
So generally, you accept everyone, whoever requests for a whoever requests for friends, you'll accept them,
No,
not necessarily.
as I said, it should be family, someone I know, office mate or club mate. Uh, I would only add if if it's not in the under my criteria, if I would like to follow their feed. But
Okay.
someone who send a friend request that I didn't know, I will not accept them.
Okay, because
The record.
you aware
Okay.
of those people who are just accepting friends because they wanted to accumulate friends who will follow them, who will click reactions for their post. You're aware with that, right? You are not something like that. No. How about
Yeah.
that? Yeah. How about TM Rose and TM Armel? You may follow up. You may follow TM Rose after, or you may follow TM Armel after TM Rose expressed hers.
So I don't really accept many friends. At this point in my life, I don't really have office mates because I work at home. So it's just my boss. So he won't, or my bosses, they won't send me a friend request. So usually I will accept you if one, I evaluated you, or two, I was a GE in your club, or three. Or three, you visited Meycauayan Toastmasters. So usually it's just my friends right now at this time are all from Toastmasters. But sometimes then I don't really accept. I just send them a message because you can send a message. I can send my evaluation to them through a messenger chat. Then you don't really have to accept them anymore. Before I used to just accept anyone, especially when they play Pet Society and that restaurant game. I deleted them all. Now, so before I used to have so many friends because of Pet Society, but now not
But-
anymore.
But how many friends have you got now?
Now, I'm not sure.
So you're
Maybe
the
half
one
my
who has
friends are from Toastmaster. Sometimes I know them, but pakipot. I'll have one more meeting with you and then I'll accept you, something like that.
So that's how you accept it. How about TM Armel?
I realized that I've got many friends in Facebook, 1,900. And now after this, I should delete some of them because maybe I do not know them. I just accept their friend requests. But now I should be very careful with accepting friends in Facebook, especially if we do not have common or mutual friends.
Yes, we should be wary of those predators. I get that sometimes I have a friend request, a foreign face, like a very handsome guy with no friends in common. Sometimes I'm tempted to accept it because of the pictures. But no, I usually delete them straight away because I'm scared to be scammed. Okay, so last one. How active are you in Facebook? Like, are you the type that checks Facebook every time during the day? Or you have a specific time to check your FB? Or you are doing it while you're doing your chores, like while cooking or while eating or while doing something? How often? Let's start with TM Arnal.
I'm guilty of using Facebook most of the time of the day. That's why now I learned that I have this thing, the do not starve like that. I should have only a screen time with my Facebook because, for example, in the morning, instead of doing most important thing, I'm just good at my Facebook account. So many times I try to delete the app and then add it again, delete and add. So my daughter told me that I should be disciplined enough to use the Facebook and not so that it will not take too much of my time.
But you know what? I think we're classmates because every time I wake up in the morning, I can see that you have liked the post of Toastmasters, Meycauayan MTMC in particular. And when I message you, you reply straight away. So I think we're classmates with that. How about you, TM Jeff? No, do you do it at work? Do you do it at break time? Or when? When do you schedule it?
Yeah, I always use Facebook, especially Messenger, since I have to check my messages in uh of my family every now and then. So is it included in the Facebook or checking the Messenger? But if not, I'm not quite a user of Facebook, but I always check their reels or Facebook stories. That's what I like to do in or check in Facebook every time. But like while waiting, eating, I don't use Facebook every time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's about it for tonight. It has been a very fruitful discussion amongst all of you. Thank you so much. And in summary, Facebook did really have a great impact in our lives. It's not only a mere social networking site that connects us to friends through online chatting and messaging. Facebook is also an application that help us share our daily lives with our friends, gives us information on subjects that we are engaged in knowing more. Somewhat it also used for stalking or visiting your friends or other people we are interested in. It's also a site that we interact on daily basis and thus affect not only our knowledge, but also our emotions. Whatever we see in our own tailored news feeds makes us feel different types of emotions. And these emotions are also a factor that affects our ability to add or delete friend coming or our way and also wanting to add other people whom we are not friends with yet. These, my fellow Toastmasters, are some of the FB's benefits and pitfalls in our use. Overall, Facebook is a very broad and inclusive social networking site that helps us in various things of our daily lives. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Together we succeed.